Was I scared? Absolutely. But for the first time in my life. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Khanect. I want to take some time to thank everybody who tuned into last week's video, who commented, who liked, who subscribed. Your support means everything to me and it helps me stay motivated to keep on making more content. So thank you so much. In this week's topic, we're going to be discussing something that is very important and near and dear to my heart. And that topic is being true to yourself. We live in a time where people tell you to be yourself, but let's be real. What they mean by that is as long as yourself fits a specific image. From how we talk, to who we hang out with, to what we post online. So many people end up living in ways that don't even feel like them. We hold back our real thoughts and wants because we're scared of judgment. What will people think? What if I look weird? What if I don't fit in? We're so focused on how others see us that we forget to ask ourselves the most important question of all. What do I actually want for myself? And that fear of being judged, misunderstood, left out, it runs deep. But I want to tell you something. It's okay. See, my name is Omar Khan. I'm a speaker who doesn't stop talking. I laugh at the dumbest memes. I cry in every sad movie scene. I work out a lot, but I eat like I'm feeding two people. So yeah, you're always going to hear me complain about how I have massive love handles. See, now at my core, I just care. I care deeply about people. I want everyone around me to be happy and to be successful. I'm overtly positive and sometimes to a fault. But no matter how dark the tunnel gets, I truly believe that there's always light on the other side. That's who I am. And whether I'm at work, at home, or hanging out with friends, that's the version you'll always get. But it wasn't always like that. You might think being yourself is hard around other people, but it's really not hard. Realistically, it's just uncomfortable. The truth is, and this truth hurts, by the way, not everyone's going to like you. Not everybody's going to be your friend, and not everybody thinks the way you think. And as someone who feeds off of other people's energy, that was a really hard concept for me to grasp. I used to try so hard to please everyone until I realized that I was losing myself in that process. That's when I learned the very first lesson. Love yourself. We all struggle with something. Confidence, self-esteem, insecurities, you name it. But you got to stop and ask yourself the question, am I happy with who I am right now? If the answer is yes, that's beautiful. Share that with the world. Be your most authentic self. Be proud of that. However, if the answer is no, don't ask why. Ask what. What can I do that would make me happy with myself? What can I do to change or improve? See, why often leads to excuses, but what leads to action? And that's a very big differentiator when it comes to progress. I want to share a story that changed my life forever. So let's go down memory lane. When I was younger, I got bullied a lot. I come from an immigrant family, and growing up, people were very mean, especially other kids. They made fun of my name, they made fun of my appearance, they said racist, hurtful things. Now, I'd like to think that kids knew better, but back then, I don't think they did. You know, over time, I told myself to ignore it. I let it in one ear, out the other. But deep down, it hurt. Like, why are these kids being so mean to me? What did I do to you? I didn't do anything. And then came what I call my canon event. So it was freshman year of high school. I'm in math class. There's this kid across the room. He's getting bullied about his appearance and his weight. And I'm sitting there watching it happen, and something just snapped. I thought, this isn't right. Somebody needs to say something. Nobody should be treated like that. So I took a deep breath, and I stood up, and I told the bully to stop. Was I scared? Absolutely. But for the first time in my life, I felt like I was being true to myself. And that moment changed everything. From then on, I decided that I'm not going to be an NPC in my own life. I was going to take charge of my story. We've all had moments like that, moments that shape who we are. But being true to yourself isn't just about speaking up or standing out. It's about making sure what you say and what you do match who you are. You'll always have outside factors, your environment, your audience, the context. But the real question is, are your actions aligned with your values? Now, here's a simple example. Social drinking. Now, let's say that you don't like drinking, but your coworkers love it, and they will invite you out. You want to go, but you also don't want to drink. Now you're stuck in a situation. Do you skip it and seem antisocial, or do you just go out to fit in? People will say, Omar, that's so simple. Just go out and don't drink. Sure. But for many people, that is very, very difficult to do. See, that's where loving yourself comes in. When you accept yourself, flaws and all, you stop putting yourself in situations that kind of goes against who you are, and it goes against your peace. You realize that you are your first priority. If loving yourself is step one, knowing your worth is step two. You are the most important person in your world, and that's true for everyone. That doesn't mean be selfish. It means act with self-respect. Don't let being overlooked make you feel unworthy. Don't let a lack of recognition at work make you doubt your value. Don't think that you're not good enough for love, for success, or happiness, because you are. Your worth isn't dependent on others. It's constant. Since the day you were born to this very moment in time, you'll meet thousands of people in your life, but only a few will recognize your true value. And that's okay. These people will change as you grow, from childhood friends to coworkers to future partners. But your worth, that stays constant all throughout time. One of my favorite sayings is presentation before performance. You might think that sounds superficial, but hear me out. Naturally, people see you before they hear you. That's not vanity, that's reality. Now, this isn't about designer clothes or fancy watches, it's about your mindset. When you truly love yourself, you naturally care about how you look and how you're perceived by others. If you're going to a job interview, you don't walk in with messy hair, with stains on your shirt, with gunk in your teeth. No, you show up clean, confident, and ready. Why? Because it shows respect for yourself and for the people you're meeting. And honestly, the little things go a long way. Shower and smell good. Wear clean clothes. Know your audience. Simple things, they make life smoother. And no, this isn't the opposite of being genuine. It's the definition of self-respect. Presenting your best self is an act of love towards yourself. And that's extremely important to highlight. Remember, presentation before performance. All eyes are on you the moment you walk into the room. Now, you can look great on the outside, but if what's inside is rotten, life will always remain difficult. Substance, it's your values, your beliefs, your attitude. It's the way you treat people when no one's watching. And to me, it comes down to one timeless rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Kindness, love, and respect. That's real substance. It's the humanity in us. I've never met someone with a positive outlook in life who has humanity and who shows kindness that I've had a problem with. And I don't think any of you have either. Kindness is contagious. It spreads faster than any negativity ever could. So what is my message? My message is love yourself. Know your worth. Present your best self and build substance. Do those 4 things and I promise you, life gets a whole lot easier. Decisions become clearer, stress feels lighter, and you become happier. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support, as always, means everything to me. And if you have a personal experience that shaped the course of your life, please share in the comments below. Until next time, guys, stay genuine, stay grounded, and as always, keep on connecting.